Hello everyone, Garnet Owl here. It's pretty late, and that's just because I had graveyard the other day, and I'm still somewhat wide awake. Before I really get into it with this hero, there's a couple things that I had to revisit when I was playing 5v5 for the first time in a long while, right? So, without going too much into detail, there are 4 categories that I had to keep in mind while playing 5v5. That was tracking, timing, positioning, and mechanics. I know that sounds like a bunch of basic shit, but when you played Marvel Rivals when it first came out for the first like couple months or couple weeks, not months, weeks, because they've been out for that long, and then you go over to Overwatch and play 6v6, you kind of can get away with a lot of that. I realize how punishing it is in 5v5 to not truly understand your fundamentals. And playing 5v5 has opened my eyes, right? 5v5 is such a hard thing to master in general, right? And people who do play the game that on a high level, right, just make it look so easy, you know? One of those perfect examples of a player named Beetle, right? He makes playing tank look so fucking easy, and then I go and play tank and I just screw up. And one of the things that I realized was I fucking suck at 5v5. No wonder I went to go play Marvel Rivals, and that was just because I lacked the understanding what it truly means to play tank in Overwatch. And here's the things that I learned. One, there's no particular thing that is perfect 5v5 and in any game in general, right? I realized that if I'm going to play 5v5 in a good way, I just have to make the best decisions in the moment, in the circumstances I have put myself, or that I'm in, right? It's like a chess game. It's about making the best move possible with the information that you have, with the team that you have. And tank, being a leadership role and being the only tank, you take a lot of that responsibility and it's put on you. And it really does take not just skill, but applying those 4 fundamentals as well to like a good level. I had to relearn Overwatch. I had to relearn what it means to be a 5v5 player. And Spylo sort of helped me with this. Please go check out his channel. Anyone who wants to learn Overwatch or wants to play Overwatch on a high level in general, because it really has helped me a lot, and I realize I'm having like way more better games. Perfect games? No, of course not. There are some things that we can still work on, right? And one of those main things that I wanted to bring up was tracking, right? Tracking, timing, and mechanics, right? On the positioning part, I don't find myself struggling too much when it comes to positioning, right? Obviously it depends on the hero, right? You gotta play to your hero strengths. Like Hazard, for example, you don't want to play like these far up high type stuff, though you can. It has to be set up, it has to be a purpose to it, right? You probably want to play more closer up because of your shotgun, right? Or position yourself to punish enemies. And that's cool and all, but if you don't have the timing, or you're not tracking properly, or you don't have the skill in general to execute, you're probably not going to get far, right? And don't get me wrong, I categorize these things in a couple of ways. Mechanics is like the least, right, important, but it's still pretty important. Okay, let me explain. Mechanics is sort of like you aim, how often are you hitting your shots, and how often are you executing, right? Are you using your cooldowns as much as properly as you can, you know? Is there a purpose to your cooldowns, right? Because I remember when I was hard stuck plat 5, I was just throwing out wall for whatever purpose, right? And I wasn't really thinking about how to utilize my wall that properly. Well, when it came to, and that's just a mechanical issue, right? Not being able to use your wall properly or your cooldowns. And same thing when it comes to like aiming, you know, aiming and all that stuff. And while the other things may help you get away with some of those bad decisions, it's, I think in my opinion, despite it being the least important, it's still pretty important. It's kind of like, the icing on top of the cake. You don't need the icing, but it just tastes a lot more better when you do have icing on cake. And that's sort of what mechanics is. Now going deeper into this cake that I have made up, tracking, right, was one of my biggest issues, and it still is a pretty big issue of mine. But I have realized that tracking is also one of those things where you can cut off the top layer of the cake and it won't change the cake in general, just the way that it looks, right? You probably won't have as much of that cake that you would if you just started tracking more, right? And tracking is sort of goes down like this. I can break it down to 3 simple things, and that is tracking enemy ults, tracking your team's ults, and a more complex way of tracking is cooldowns, right? Mora used Fade, Pharah uses boosters, Diva used boosters, Hog used Hook, all that stuff. That's a little bit more complex in itself because there's a lot more cooldowns and factors that go into that, right? And normally an enemy or your teammates using a cooldown in a way sometimes doesn't really harm the match, and you really gotta understand that, right? But I'm not gonna really go into detail about it. I'm just gonna let you guys know that tracking is one of my biggest problems right now, and alongside that is timing, right? Being able to coordinate yourself with your team. And I will drop a video later about perfect examples of bad timing. Of a match that I could have potentially won if I just positioned myself and timed these attacks with my team better, you know. And also making decisions. Decision making is also one of those things that you probably need to think about, but like that is very situational, decision making up in itself, right? And that just comes with experience. So I started to work on these things. And I didn't work on these things on a quick play mode and all that. I just hopped in straight into ranked. And what I have realized is that in under an hour, right? In under an hour, like under 30 minutes, I went from hard start plat 5 to blowing my way to plat 3. Yeah, that's right. I said it. And I found myself having a great experience on tank. Now, does that mean that all of my games were perfect? No. I'm gonna tell you this right now. Mechanically, I fucking suck. Okay. Mechanically, I still struggle with that. And ult tracking is another big, and tracking in general is one of those big things that I've worked on. I'm good at tracking cooldowns, not ultimates, for some reason. It's always that way. I can always track a good cooldown, right? Honestly, Moral Fade, all that. I trained myself to track those cooldowns. For some reason, now I need to start training myself to track ults. And there is a lot that goes into it, playing on a higher level, right? But this is why I'm making this, right? This is why I'm kind of like going over it with you guys. So that way, like, hey, we can start to narrow things down and see like what you guys can start working on if you guys want to go up and play on a higher level. And this is just me going over fundamentals in general, you know. Now, is this really a hazard guide? Not really. It's more of a like all-around guide to playing 5v5 in Overwatch, right? As the gameplay goes on, these are the games that got me into Plat 3, by the way. As these games go on, I want to hear your guys' opinion about this, because it is a lot. Okay, 5v5 is no joke. And I think I speak for all rules when I say that. Because 5v5, there is no backup. There is no, like, way of bunkering down and getting a second chance at a fight unless you have your full team with you, right? You don't have a second tank to keep that pressure up. You're the only tank to apply that pressure. So, enough winging this session. I hope you guys enjoy your day, and please subscribe since it's supporting this channel. It does really mean a lot to me. I hope you guys enjoy your day. I'll see you guys all in a minute.
Round 1. Capture the objective.
Let us keep our questionable.
Enemy radar contact.
Over here.
Boosting up.
I'm gonna overcommit here. Oh no, yeah, I overcommit.
Extra support needed. Type echo.
And slide. Let's do it. That's endless.
Targeting hostile.
Recover your strength.
This ends now. Quadruple kill.
Oh, thanks. You did that.
You just pathetic.
All systems on optimal level. Advancing upwards.
I'm running hot. Let's go!
We got a good thing going. Let's not mess it up.
Hey there.
I've never worked with the likes of you.
Double. They want to fight, huh?
No, thank you.
To me, team.
I think that would be good.
Function the peak power.
Lupo. Join with me. I offer something more.
Try me. You're back.
Recommencing. Enemy location.
Let's go!
Right, patience, please.
And not a scratch on me.
Duplicating sojourn.
Nice.
My will.
Victory.
Able to give a little leap up there.
Stop the payload.
Yeah, a lot of long ranges. So I'm not gonna do that very good. Let's circle around this way.
I never work with the likes of you. A little care always helps.
Payload, block that.
Oi, rolls out. Take your shot.
Fuck a lot of that damage off. No way, come on.
Bring it on.
Maybe not right here. I'll take that sword thing goes away.
Don't let that payload move any farther.
Tear it down.
Nice.
Captain Amari, reporting for duty.
Get along now.
Playing just a little bit aggro here. I don't want to get hooked, so I'm just gonna peek. And get out because they're gonna force me out. No, that was unfortunate.
Down the quad and
Nice, they see none.
Complete. Attack commencing. Escort the
guns blazing.
Probably want to play more Bora here. I'm worried dead. They have that high ground locked on lock. Okay.
Oh man, get it while they heat.
Yep, I just want to take that Juggernaut out of the high ground. Now I kind of want to circle this way. Nice. By the time the monkey gets back, his team is already dead.
The payload is approaching its destination. Victory. 1. Mission flashpoint. Station.
I don't really like coming left side, but might be a little bit different here. I'll go ahead and crash down this side and do that. Yep. Splitting that team up. It's unfortunate that I think he gets picked. I probably don't want to peek that. I'll wait until the Pharaoh moves up actually.
Careful, we're outnumbered.
Bring it on.
A lot of it is just like splitting the tank really now. Fade. You can't actually secure that, she's way too deep in there.
Oi, hands out.
Now we can.
You can't keep
Take
up
care of
with
him.
me.
Because the Ryan was so split, we were able to play off that. This is just so strong, just to... Sorry, no bubble. Yep. We lost one in the team fight, but
That mess.
it's whatever. They might start countering here, so oh man, I don't want to decide just yet.
Flashpoint.
Okay, we'll go with the giant wall. It's universally the safest pick. No. Oh wait, that's a weird ass wall. Low HP. Oh wow. Yeah, Joaquin just got dove done. While my team rotates around. I want to make sure she doesn't escape. Oh wow. I'm gonna go ahead and... I don't want to chase her. She's still in our back line, so I'm gonna protect my Zenyatta. Just definitely waiting for team to come back.
I'm not a scratch on me.
Positioned pretty well.
Secured.
Mechanics do work, but also decision making. Did not know why they will try to
Good as new.
go hog here. Oh shit, my Zen. Oh my god. One bad wall cost me my life.
Intense.
They are taking hold.
Hands out. Tear it down.
Okay, well they had all the advantages in the world and they still lost somehow. And then my Zen's gonna take an angle. I probably should, like... Depending where they come from, honestly. Okay, from the looks of it, they're coming from below.
Surrender to my will.
Nice. That was literally all just my team right there. Oh, damn. Don't want to go out there all discorded. Yep. Okay, I want to get back. Nice.
Victory.